All right, so let's jump right into it. The brand new Insta360 X5. Now, it's the latest 360 camera on the block, but its older siblings, the X3 and the X4, are still awesome cameras that you can buy right now. So the big question, the one we're all asking, is this. What makes the X5 actually worth that extra cash? Let's break it all down.
That's a pretty bold statement, right? The best consumer-grade 360 camera so far? So what exactly makes it the best? Well, we're going to dig into the nitty-gritty, the specific features that make the X5 stand out, so by the end of all this, you'll know for sure if it's the right piece of kit for you.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with a core promise of the X5. Then we'll dive into its new modes that are all about saving you time. We're going to tackle the huge improvements in audio, compare the best microphone options out there, run down the absolute essential accessories, and finally help you figure out which camera in this lineup is your perfect match.
All right, first up, the X5 Promise. What makes this thing the premium choice? With the X3 and X4 still out there and being really great, more affordable options, the X5, it's got to bring something special to the table, right? So let's break down exactly what that extra money gets you. And that extra cash really does put the X5 at the top of the food chain here. Think about it like this. As you go from the X3 to the X4 and then up to the X5, you're looking at about a 100-pound jump each time. The X3 is your solid entry point for a beginner on a budget. The X4 hits that perfect sweet spot of value. But the X5? Oh, that one's aimed squarely at creators who are all about speed, convenience, and getting the absolute best quality, no compromises.
Okay, so what does that investment actually get you day to day? Well, a huge part of the answer lies in two brand new software features, and these are exclusive to the X5. They're designed to make your whole creative process way faster and honestly just less of a headache. First up is something called Pure Video Mode. Think of this as the X5's secret weapon for when the lights get low. You know that grainy, washed-out look that's haunted action cameras in low light forever? This mode is designed to crush that. It delivers cleaner, way more detailed footage with a much, much better dynamic range. And then we've got InstaFrame Mode. Now, this is a genuine game changer for your workflow. This is for anyone out there who loves the crazy shots you can get with a 360 camera, but, hates the whole reframing process afterwards. This mode lets you shoot a standard, flat MP4 video just like a normal camera, directly ready to go right out of the box.
And the workflow? It's just ridiculously simple. You can actually use cool built-in effects like face tracking or even a barrel roll while you're filming. Then you just pop the SD card out, transfer the MP4 file, and you are done. Seriously, this completely obliterates that editing bottleneck, which, let's be real, is often the biggest pain point for 360 creators. A faster workflow is amazing, for sure. But the X5 also tackles the other big problem, audio. For years, audio has been the Achilles heel of the X series cameras. The X5 is the first one in the lineup to finally offer a real professional-grade solution. Yeah, it's a problem that has driven creators nuts for so long. You'd capture this incredible, mind-blowing 360 video, and then it's paired with this muffled, windy, basically unusable audio. The workarounds were always clunky and just annoying. So the big question is, how exactly does the X5 fix this long-standing headache? Well, it basically attacks the problem from two different angles. First, it has native Bluetooth mic support. This means a super clean, totally wireless setup with mics like the new Insta360 Mic Air. And second, and this is huge, you can now plug a USB-C microphone receiver directly into the camera. No more buying and messing around with a separate, clunky audio adapter. This just opens up a whole world of high-quality, third-party audio options. So all this new flexibility means you've got options. Lots of options. So let's put three of the most popular wireless mic choices head-to-head and see which one really makes the most sense for an X5 setup. Okay, so each of these options brings something different to the table. It's all about trade-offs. First, you've got the Insta360 Mic Air. It's about 50 quid, and it is the king of convenience. It connects instantly over Bluetooth, and get this, it even lets you start and stop recording remotely. Super cool. Then, for about half that price, you've got the Boya BY-V1. This thing is an incredible value. It just plugs in with a tiny little USB-C receiver that's probably not even going to show up in your shot. And finally, there's the DJI Mic Mini. Now, this one will give you the absolute best audio quality if you use its receiver. But, and it's a big but, that receiver is bulky, it's almost guaranteed to be visible in your 360 stitch line,
Okay, so you've got your camera, you've picked your mic, you're almost there. But to really unlock everything the X5 can do, you're going to want to build out your toolkit with a few essential accessories. These are the things that make shooting easier, safer, and just way more versatile.
So, based on what the experts are saying, here are the top 5 must-haves. Coming in at number 1 is the foldable pocket selfie stick. Those built-in tripod legs are a total game changer. Number 2, the Insta360 Mic Air, just for that pure convenience factor. 3, the backpack holder, which has this brilliant magnetic mount for grabbing quick shots on the go. 4, the ultra-fast charge case and a couple of spare batteries, because you never ever want to run out of juice. And number 5, a solid clamp mount for sticking your camera on bikes, poles, whatever, to get those awesome action shots.
Oh, and we've got to give a shout out to 2 honorable mentions that are all about protecting your investment. First, a simple rubber lens cover. Seriously, it's super cheap and it could save you from an absolute disaster. And second, the replaceable lens kit. One of the best hardware features on the X5 is that you can swap out the lenses yourself. It is so smart to have a spare kit ready to go before you actually need it.
All right, we've covered the features, we've talked audio, we've gone through the accessories. Now it's time to bring it all home and answer that final, most important question. Which one of these Insta360 cameras is the right one for you?
You know, at the end of the day, the best camera is the one that actually fits your needs and your wallet. If you're just looking for the cheapest way to get into the 360 world, look, the X3 is a totally capable camera. It'll get the job done. If you want that perfect balance of modern features and great value, the X4 is a fantastic choice, a really solid middle ground. But if you demand the best performance in low light, the fastest possible workflow, and the most flexible audio options out there, well then the Insta360 X5 is the clear winner. It's not even close. So ultimately, that premium price you're paying for the X5, it boils down to those 3 things: speed, convenience, and quality. You get speed from InstaFrame Mode, which is going to save you hours in the edit. You get convenience from those amazing native audio options. And you get higher quality from pure video mode, which just delivers better looking footage, especially when things get dark.
And that really brings us to the final thought, the question you need to ask yourself. It all comes down to what you value most as a creator. Is saving time? Is having that professional audio right out of the camera? Is that convenience worth the extra cost to you? Only you can answer that. But I really hope this explainer has given you everything you need to make the right choice.